Hello, back again. I did get a haircut. Maybe it doesn't show, but I did. Um, this talk is going to be about Act Three and your planning for it, which is for those of you who are on schedule, is sort of this time right now. For those of you who aren't on schedule, I hope you can see this after you've written your editorial. You can look at it before, of course. Having that editorial brought together and writing it should help you find your topic and your what you want to do in your program, your presentation, your document, your public service announcement, whatever it is you intend to do for this part of the course. The Act 3 is actually the service learning component for the course, and we do have a service learning designation. This part of the course is the culmination. It would be like a capstone, any way you want to look at it, and then the fourth act will be reflections upon this and also upon civic engagement. We're going to work pretty hard during the last part of the course to bring all this stuff together in terms of public documents, civic engagement, and that sort of thing. But this is your experience, and I hope you will get a chance to work on it as soon as possible. I've sent out a reminder to everybody, along with a document, an email document, that covers planning the public project in Act 3. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that document and about the purpose of this particular part of the course. The course asks you now to address an issue or need in medical humanities through a presentation or document for the public. We've had people do public service announcements, videos, people do PowerPoint presentations for courses, people do letters of encouragement to administrators to back medical humanities on campus, letters to corporations, and we work with Medtronic, the American Heart Association, a number of other, St. Cloud Hospital, a number of other institutions that you could pick as an audience for this, and then we help you find a suitable way of getting your work to those people. So in this segment, you're going to plan, carry out, and report on that presentation or document. We talk about sample projects. As I said before, ideally your topic and your project would come out of your editorial experience. If that doesn't happen, the topics are still pretty much wide open. I know a lot of people are working with sports. That's good. The idea of fitness is a number one priority in terms of rehabilitation, in terms of wellness in your community. So, for example, if you do an editorial on the need for fitness, you might do some sort of presentation or document that would help people who are in recovery at home find a way to start exercising, that sort of thing. So in planning the document then, well, let me talk a little more about the example projects. You might want to create a lesson, as we've said. You could do a Wikipedia article or add an additional comment to a Wikipedia article. I will be talking more about that and sending out more information. Just wanted to throw that in. You can also do public service announcements, social network, public relations sort of things for Survive and Thrive next year to encourage a particular group of people to get involved. Basic checklist for the project. Either on your own or in collaboration with other people in the class, complete the assignments during the semester, since they are central to your knowledge base, your understanding, and your performance. In other words, it is a sequential course. You get stuff at the beginning that will affect the outcome in the end, and you want to have done your editorial, you want to have tried your trauma narrative in order to gain the experience and the information and language to proceed with this part of it. You want to contribute to your work group, and you may be doing this solo, you may not be doing this all on your own, but it's good to contribute to that work group, have discussions with those people, and I've set those work groups up for you on D2L under Discuss. You'll want to relate the assignment, assignments to your project whenever possible. That, don't worry too much about that one. I mean, it's just a matter of thinking, we're going back to the sequence. You want to remember things that you did earlier to use in this particular assignment. Decide on your approach to the project. You're going to do a document, a presentation, video. What are you going to do? Decide on where you'd like to publish this. I'm going to give you all kinds of help with that. But you will have some ideas perhaps about where you'd like to post this up or send it out to. Decide on your audience. Is it going to be teenagers? Is it going to be people in hospitals? Is it going to be people recovering from cancer? Is it going to be folks who have sports injuries? Who is it you're going to be focusing on? And then your purpose, which is a statement about this is what I want to do. And in the checklist for the assignment, it talks about setting up your goals and writing a mission statement. And all those things are go in with your purpose. I would like very much to help people understand how fitness will help them recover. These are some simple ways in which they can begin. Then do a prototype of the project. You want to outline some kind of design for the project, storyboard. There are a number of options for that, but you want to do something that helps you organize the project itself. It is a document planning rather than the whole project planning. Review the documentation research that informs your project. This is also an academic environment which asks you to bring your research from earlier into this and see how you might do that. Go ahead and decide on who, what, when, and where. If you're going to actually do this in a classroom, for example, that would be important. The who, what, when, and where are the more specifics. Again, you can go back to audience. You can think of it a number of different ways. Then actually do the project, put it together and submit it, and write a description, a short report on what happened during you doing the project. Some of these things can get collapsed. If you decide who, what, when, and where, you're taking care of an awful lot in terms of organizing your program. It will help you with decide on your audience, your purpose, all of that. So you can go back to that sort of reporter's idea of who's this for, where is it going to happen, what is it going to be. You can add, why am I going to be doing it? And that would pretty much put things together. So the who, what, when, where, and why probably covers almost all of those things in the checklist. The things in the checklist are reminders about things you might be wanting to do. So I would suggest you start with who, what, when, where, and why. I will add that to the document that I send out. In fact, after talking over this, I may remove some of the things in my list, but because they seem to be duplicated a bit, but they're all focused on the idea of how you can plan and execute your proposal and then your program and your report. So good luck with it. We are going to be having some Adobe Connect meetings once a week, so you'll be able to join in and we can do some face-to-face if if you'd like, and I'm sure it would be a good idea. One idea would also be to hold sessions with your work groups, and that might be the best idea, is that we decide on how to hold sessions in that Adobe Connect space with your work groups. So good luck with this. I'm looking forward to the projects. Take care, and I'll be talking to you again.